Hey everybody, this is Dave from the Mana Source. At the Theros Prerelease, the Champions Card Collector for Poughkeepsie, New York. Let's open up our sealed pool for the pre-release. As you can see, I started off with black for tonight. Decided I wanted to go black just for the promo. I generally feel like cards like Abhorrent Overlord are great in limited formats just because they're you either get the large guy on top of the multiple guys as well. Start by opening up the promo pack. Usually I like to sort the cards by color to start. I usually pull the rares first, honestly. I like to be able to see what kind of bombs I'm starting with. Generally in Limited you want to play your bombs if you can. You know, sometimes you're going to end up opening rares in every color and you're not going to be able to do anything about it. So, you know, you try to fit in as many as you can. You don't want to live and die by your rares though, just because it may be a trap. You may end up opening cards out of color that you cannot sustain. So far so good. We've got an idea of what we could do here. I mean, I have to go black. We've got Erebos. Triad of Fates is definitely a solid card to consider. Unfortunately, black was very kind to us. We got Abhorrent Overlord to start. We also open up Erebos, another solid card. We got the Whip.
Please notify the TO.
Looks like we're going to be black and white tonight because we also have Fabled Hero, another solid rare. Also Triad of Fates. Generally you want to start off by trying to cut the cards that you know you're definitely not going to play. Usually there's definitely janky cards in every set that you don't want anything to do with. So we have to go through each color, see what we have. Artifacts, we got a 2-1 for 2. Equipment that makes the creature effectively unblockable. Mana producing unicorn. Fleet Feather Sandals. We may not actually play any of these. We may play the unicorn. The unicorn has good mana protection. Same with the helm. I don't see a situation where I need to play Bronze Saber. Maybe Fleetfoot Sandals. We'll have to see what we have once we look through the rest of the cards. So likely we're not going to play Bolus Crusher or the Temple. Pretty hard. Likely going to be hard in the black and white. Fragment Warcaller is pretty deck specific. I don't know if I'm going to be opening enough Minotaurs to make that splash. Spellheart Chimera is a pretty solid card in general. Like I said, outside of colors, like I'm going to use that. Let's see what we have here. So we've got, looking at our green. All the green commons are pretty solid. There's nothing too glaringly unplayable. Double Faded and 2 Antiquity may be strong. Sorcery Speed Removal is not very solid. In this format it might be good enough just because the format seems slow just from looking at it. I'm not sure if we're going to be playing the green. Like I said, I want to try to run black-white primarily, but if worst comes to the worst, one of those colors is unplayable, I could possibly go with green. Let's see, blue. Fortunately, we didn't get any creatures in blue. Not really. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 creatures. So probably not enough to get there. Griptide's a decent spell. I don't know if Stymie Hopes is going to be good enough for limited. Order of Thous is decent. Probably even good in fact. Fate Foretold is just slightly worse than Order of Thous.
Pretty solid. I think I know what my second color is.
Lost in a Labyrinth's a trick, so we're likely not playing blue at this point. So we'll set that all aside.
Am I feeling lucky?
So Rages are sorcery speed removal, those are pretty solid. Even if it's 4 damage. Magma Jets is a solid card, 2 damage and Scry, maybe even possibly Splash for that. Spark Jolt's more removal. The Priests are probably not good enough to splash. I don't think any quantity are worth it. Stone Shock Giant's a solid guy, possibly a bomb late in the late game. That's before creature stalls. Messenger Speed, probably not playable. We're likely not playing the red either. Maybe possibly splashing for the Magma Jet or the Rages if necessary. Alright, to white. Okay, so we have
That's pretty
A lot of enchantment removal and Ray of Dissolution. I'm not sure how many of these are actually going to be playable. I know we have 15 or so enchantment creatures, plus additional enchantments in the format, enchantment artifacts and such. So we'll likely be playing a couple of these. Last Breath has generally been a decent removal spell. It's very decent in Shadowmoor. I'm not sure if the creatures are too big in this format for it. It's going to be good against aggro decks, even if you have to give up the 4 life. Vanquish the Foul is also good. Takes out larger creatures on top of the curve. Fly line. So they're 1/1 lifelink or an overcosted lifelink aura. Dauntless Onslaught's a very decent card. God's Willing is always usually going to be used as a trick. Scry 1 is decent. Centescent Griffin may be a little overcosted. It's a 3/2 flyer for 5. I'm probably not going to be able to pump this card. I don't see myself playing green. Might just play it anyway as a 3/2 flyer. Farah's Warden, a little overcosted, decent against aggro. 2 toughness, not very good though. Probably will get burned out. Then Laguna Ban Elder, 3/2 for 3. You're not going to like trading down with it with 2 powered creatures, but there's also the added bonus that may gain 3 life, so it's slightly worse Centaur Healer. Glare of Heresy is likely going to be a sideboard card for the mirror. Okay. So we want to load up on black just because we need to devote into it pretty hard. We have Erebos, we have Abhorrent Overlord, so we want to be able to maximize the amount of 1/1s we get into play. Also, we want to be able to get this guy online as possible as an indestructible 5/7. Naturally, we're going to have to play some white for Triad of the Fates and Fabled Hero. Let's see what we have for black. The Lotus Marauders are pretty solid. Giving you guys Intimidate and Haste to Devotion is probably going to be what we want to build around. So we're probably going to want to be able to get a bunch of guys into play, and then give them all Intimidate and swing out for the win. Also pretty good with that Abhorrent Overlord. Give all those Harpies Intimidate. The Disciples are not too bad. I mean, they're going to get my devotion count up. The problem is they cost 4. Probably going to play at least a couple of those. Erebos' Emissary is actually pretty good in this situation just because we can pitch cards to it and send them back in with the whip. It's probably synergy we're going to have to use, especially with the card draw from Erebos itself. Definitely going to play at least 1 Civ of Hemlock, possibly 2. Not sure how slow the format is. Dark Betrayal is a sideboard card. Grave Merchant of Asphodel is probably going to be just a late game option. The only downside with the creatures in black is that they're all very small. As you can see, I've got some 1/3s, a couple 2/4s. The Marauders are only 2/2s. Deals a solid aura. Flesh Mad Steed's a bear. Might as well play the bear for being a bear.
Really? You're gonna tell everyone about that.
Probably gonna play Read the Bones. Solid draw spell. You get to dig 4.
And 2 whips of Erebos.
At most 4, minimum 2. We got Return Centaur. 2/4 for 4 is pretty standard body. I mean, it's going to block all of your 3 powered guys. We may actually use this to mill ourselves, honestly. Just for synergy with the whip. We got some tricks and boon of Erebos. Scourge Mark's probably not good enough even with the card draw. The Wanderer's a Drudge Skeleton. Got the second Disciple, another Scourge Mark. Fibrous Kiss is just a little removal, might give that a try. Might play the Total Pass. It's got good synergy with the whip. I don't know if we're going to splash the green for it, it might not be worth it.